What's going on, guys? Nice little easy one today. Got this VZ SS. It's a late VZ, like Series 2. So it is the 6-litre rectangle port in the VZ with the E38. So a little bit different. A little bit, something a bit different. Don't know what's going on with this OTR there. That's interesting. But anyway, it's here for new OTR and a complete exhaust. So we're just about to get it on the dyno and do some pre-runs, see what it's making now. It is a manual, which is handy. But yeah, no engine work for this one, just OTR, full exhaust, BlackOps system. So we'll see some before and afters, see what we can see. Should be a nice quick little job, it's a nice car. So just a little bit of trivia for you guys. So this is actually a L76 in this VZ. Now the last of the VZs, the VZ Series 2, the SSs, so just the Holdens, got rectangle port 6 litres, some L98, some L76, and they had the E38 with the autos were still 4-speed, they were still 4L60, they obviously hadn't gone to 6L80 yet, and they ran the E38 with a T42 transmission controller. So a really weird combo considering that the rectangle port headed LSs flow so much better and make much better power than the LS2 did, but the HSVs, even right through, all the way through VZ, the HSV had the LS2 and didn't get a rectangle port. So I'm pretty sure even the VE1s, HSVs, still had the cathedral port LS2, whilst the pub spec Holden SSs had the rectangle port 6 litres. So a little bit of trivia for a bit of an interesting one. I'm not sure why they went that way. Obviously the LS2 had a more aggressive cam profile and things like that. There were things about the LS2 that made it a bit more racy for the HSVs. But yeah, through the end of the VZs and the start of the VEs, just the Holdens actually had what would be the better engine. So obviously by the VE, they started to go to the 6L80 instead of the 4L60, and 6L80 had its own internal TCM, which communicated with the E38, and they did away with the T42 transmission controller. The other thing was, I believe, in the VZ HSVs that still had the LS2, they were actually at E40 PCM, not at E38. So yeah, bit of a trivia setup for you. The VZs are a real weird transitionary car, particularly these Series 2 VZs as they were starting to transition to, you know, VEs and going differently. So like your Series 1 VZs still had the LS1, still had a P01 ECU, which was still serial communication, whereas the Series 2, they'd gone to the E38, which is CAN. So, you know, halfway through the VZ, they went from serial to CAN comms. So yeah, a lot of weird things like that, which have, you know, they're different. They're a bit odd, bit of oddball, the VZ. Of all of the Commodores, they are the most oddball ones is the VZ, and it's because of that transition period they were in. So for anyone playing at home, if you do plan on LS swapping a V6 Commodore, don't ever do a VZ. It's the worst one to do, because you got a V6, they went to the alloy tech and it was all CAN. They'd gone away from serial, so to try and LS swap one is a real pain in the ass. If you're going to LS swap a Commodore from a V6, either choose a VY and earlier or a VE and VF. Not that I can talk much on those because I've never done one, but we don't do that anymore here anyway. But we did do a LS conversion on a VZ V6 once, and it was an absolute nightmare, and the car has plagued us and never left our life because it has continuous issues, and it's always back here and it's a real pain in the ass. So don't ever do it, don't ever bother. Anyway, a bit of trivia for you on this really short, otherwise short video. Let's see what this thing does in stock form. All right, guys, so I haven't really been filming because I've been so mad about it, but we're into day 2 of this one-day job. So it turns out there was 4 snapped exhaust bolts in the head, which to get out, to extract, and to fix some helicoil in the car is a major, major pain. Not super cool. So we've got 3 out, or we've had 3 fixed and sorted. At the very least, 2 of them came out. One of them was helicoiled. Bo's working on the last one now. We're hoping that we can get this last one out. It's the worst one, worst spot. It's going to be very difficult, but we'll see. But here's how you turn a one-day job into a completely ruined week. So heaps good. Anyway, as it was, it made 324 wheel. There's a lot of problems, a lot of codes being thrown, codes we've never even seen before, so there is some dramas with the car, but yeah, 324 wheel horsepower, which is about right for a standard 6 litre. That's pretty pretty right. So hopefully we pick up a bit of horsepower with this exhaust and OTR. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. All right, guys. So Bo, the champ, managed to get the 2 studs that didn't get extracted helicoiled, so they're all fixed, and the exhaust has gone in. And like most of these ones,
what an absolute legend!
What a unit! What a bloody unit!
Who is this guy?
Absolute weapon.
So this one has fit really well, even better than most, to be honest. Some of the little things that we sometimes have to modify to clear a few things, and didn't even have to do that with this one. So this is a particularly good one. Yeah, really like these exhausts. For what they are and what they cost, they're pretty hard to beat, to be honest. We've done quite a few now, and of all the cheap exhausts on the market, these ones sort of fit the best. And not to mention, they seem to sound the best as well. This guy opted for a rear muffler delete. He wanted to delete the rear muffler, so we'll see how loud this system is with just the center mufflers. I think it's going to be pretty rowdy, but anyway. At least that's one thing sorted. We were dreading that. It was a terrible, terrible job. Annoying, and it's one of those things. But at least Bo got it sorted. Yeehaw. To get this exhaust finished off, get our OTR on this thing and get it back on the dyno. I've got like a heap of errands and stuff to run tomorrow, so I don't think I'll actually be here to film any dyno runs of it, which is a shame, but I'll check back in and let you know what the power results and stuff are anyway. Unfortunately, won't be here to film final dyno runs with it. Oh yeah, it's pretty rowdy without that rear muffler.
It sounds too bad.
Yeah, it's not as like cackly as I expected. It actually still sounds quite good. These BlackOps systems really are quite good as far as sound goes. We cannot complain for the ones we fitted. They've all sounded great. Alright guys, in a series of events, I am actually here for this because I'm not going to do my errands until tomorrow now. So I'll be here to film this and give you guys a rundown on the results, and we can see what it's doing. Yeah. Results are in, ladies and gentlemen. About a 10% increase of what it was before, which is not too bad considering. So it did already have like a catback system on it, just the old X-Force system by the looks of things, and obviously already had the other OTR on it. So just from essentially headers and going a 3-inch plus the OTR and a decent tune, we've picked up quite a bit, over 10%, which for an aspirated petrol car is pretty good. So happy with that. Much happier leaving than it was when it got here. Still have a lot of things with this car to sort out, but that's up to the owner. But happy days. All happy days. Cheers for watching, guys. As always, smash like, smash subscribe so you don't miss the next one. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace out. See you. Bye. Actually, just a little bit of trivia before I go. So this one is L76 manual factory VZ Series 2. And I was talking about how you don't often, it's not often that you see like this sort of car. They're pretty rare, but oddly enough, we got this one here, and yesterday afternoon, this one was also dropped off. So this is another VZ factory manual Series 2, and this one is L98 powered. So we've got one L98 one L76 one here at the same time, both factory, both manual. So we've had many I've had many arguments with people online that always love to be experts about how you know, one came in the VZ and one didn't. One came auto. In the VEs it was autos with the L76 and the manuals with the L98 for the VE Series 1. But in the VZs it's literally a mixed bag. It's a mixed bucket. There's L98s, there are L76s, manuals, autos. It's a mixed bag of things. So yeah, the more you know, guys. A little bit more trivia for you for your VZ little VZ knowledge bank. But yeah, like I said, they're a weird one. VZs are weird. But anyway, happy days, good result. Catch you later. See you on the next one.